welcome to the Hollows. Let's start with a little one that we kind of finished on last night. I've got some left over there.
Never thought I'd drink again, but if you insist, thank you.
Had this conversation already. So this is, it's originally from the co-op actually, but they do sell it in Waitrose as well. Bijou, the province, so it's a provincial blush. Cheers. It's good. Cheers. Cheers. And then I can't forget the cameraman.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. I feel like we're doing the, what's it called? Where they go, cheers, cheers. What's that program called? You know, the Sunday brunch.
Yeah. It's Saturday afternoon, or is it Saturday tea? His tail's going ballistic against that.
Good old right. Welcome to the Hollows.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Right, so this is going to go one way or the other. But basically, I'm going to start off by doing a pepper and tomato creme soup. And then I am going to try and do some baking, so I'm so glad you're here, Wendy. Because I literally have zero tolerance for baking. But yeah, so I had a little look at some recipes and I thought, we'll just do this while we chat, really. I mean, because we always have such good conversations about life and
Kids
and
husbands and wine.
Hence winding at the Hollows in more ways than one. So I thought it'd be a good way of us just kind of reconnecting, and there's so many people out there that just need this, but maybe don't necessarily have the time or people around them.
You know what, I think people are lonely as well. Like
Yeah.
of our age, you know, kids have grown up a bit, or maybe they've not connected with other people who have got kids when they were younger, and these people need a pal, maybe.
100%. It's I find, especially obviously we speak about my family, and I've got my brother who's mid-20s, and he's kind of relocated back from Manchester Centre, and he's come to live out in Cheshire, in the Cheshire countryside. And you know,
it's in there, doesn't it?
oh my god.
It does though, doesn't it?
Oh, it's so pretentious and really loves it. Yeah, so obviously with Matty, what's this? It went this stage. Give that minute.
2 minutes, I'll be fine.
Okay, good. Sorry, Rudy's good at editing, aren't you, Rudy?
Very good.
Good job, really.
He did the nursery for me, and he sent me, when he first did the nursery for me, didn't you, Bud? He sent me a video of a picture of Amberley picking a nose and eating it.
That's one to bring out on a wedding day.
Honestly, that's so funny.
Is that the one you showed me the other day?
That picture?
No, not the picture, like the shots of the nursery and stuff where they're like all filming in it.
Oh yeah, Rudy's done that, and then there is a really nice video on there. How many years ago was that one?
A long time ago.
It's like, it must be what, 4?
Yeah, easy.
Gosh. So, yeah, it's been that long. Got a few more lines now, Rude. But yeah, so kind of going back to our Matty, so he's obviously relocated, and that was a massive thing for him after his relationship breakdown. He's probably going to hate me if we even talking about this. But you know, he is at that age, and I think I look back at my age when I was 24, 25. I mean, I was a single parent and really figuring life out. I mean, you know that, don't you?
Yes, I remember.
And he is, I think that age is a huge.
Yeah. But if you're kind of with someone and you relocate out here together,
Yeah.
it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yes. But when we
No,
were
you do
25,
have it.
when we were 25, we couldn't afford it.
But then also, is that kind of a social media situation?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think so.
But I just think it's him. I just
Yeah.
think he's got an old head on his shoulders, and he's matured probably quicker than a lot of his friends. And
Well, how old's Bee? Speed's obviously
Speed's
training to be a
not-
dentist,
yeah.
isn't she?
Yeah, she's 20, she'll be 21 in January.
Right.
But she's on that path, isn't she?
Yeah.
There aren't many decisions. All she's doing is trying to make mute weekends and trying to put stuff. She's very very focused on what she's doing. If you haven't got that, 'cause you don't know what you want to do, it's hard.
And I think as well though, so like kind of going back again, it's that thing of actually, and I said it in the whole intro when I started talking about this idea, no, but does anybody actually know? Because you start on one thing and then, I mean, you guys know better than most, I absolutely flip-flop to different things all the time. Because kind of one skill set goes to another, right? Yeah. And then you find yourself going, actually, I quite like this. So I'm a primary teacher by trade. I fell into that because of being a single parent and going back to university. And that was just the way that I could make ends meet. At the time, wanting to retrain, I didn't want to stay in a call centre job.
So out of my comfort zone, sitting watching you cook and cook.
Probably looking at them all.
No, I'm not, but I'm itching. I'm like, I should be cooking.
I do enjoy cooking. In fact,
Yeah, you do. You're very
the boss has allowed me to cook tonight.
Ah, James is a good cook, isn't he?
Yeah,
His food's good.
Really, he enjoys it though, and I think it's like that's his downtime.
Yeah.
So he cooked like especially when he had big companies and stuff. He just came in and that was his way of de-stressing from the day. With obviously with some wine, as we saw last night.
Is he still in bed?
No, he's in the nursery.
Oh, is
That's what I
he?
said to him last night. So, James, careful, you're going into the nursery tomorrow. You've got to do all of the.
Has he got
See you later, bud. Bye. You've got to do all the. There's 2 painters there, and he's got to sort the baby garden out because we've had cabins removed and stuff. So.
Right.
Is it not hungover?
No, he's used to it. It's hardcore. Oh, yes.
I don't know
In his veins.
So bad.
I've worked hard over the years.
I think I need to work harder.
You just not committed enough to it.
Like, we've got a good tolerance, but nowhere near, he's like bloody steel.
Like
Oh, is this the bra measuring
Daisy's
thing?
first one today. So
Oh,
she
she's
was
gone
so
this morning?
Yeah, we took her to master. She was so unreachable. I felt so sorry for her. This lady's like poking around and we're like, oh, let's just try. And she's just stood there like, get.
That's why she let it go so long. She just couldn't cope with
But they
that.
don't measure you in that. They just look at you.
They do look really bad. Listen, no,
Yeah,
they
they just look at you and go, wait a minute.
Is
And
it a
then
bit like
try
us when when you see a bloke, you think, oh,
Yeah, it's either a yes or a no. But yeah, so yeah, we're sorted. We're sorted. I need to go really, but I couldn't bother today.
right. So since I've had, obviously, my false ones, because I don't have any.
You don't need lift on yours then, because we're already lifted.
No, you don't.
Well, would yours still need support then? Or do they get support later?
Sorry, this is my fault that the conversation's
Oh, yeah.
still to be.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry,
Oh,
sorry.
no, it's great. We're just going to go back with a wealth of information. So,
Always bring it down the level, don't I?
I always, don't get me wrong, okay, we're kind of like, you know how fashion goes round and we're in that phase now where small breasts are better and actually it's more about being natural. I am an 89 child, so for me, growing up in the 90s, it was very much like plastic, fantastic, Playboy, etc.
Yeah, massive boobies.
Yeah, so anyway, I went to this I found a really good female surgeon actually, and I actually had a deformity. So we spoke about this the
I
other day.
think you've said,
Yeah.
yes, I think you've
So I've been to
said.
see other surgeons, but nobody had kind of said about this deformity before. So basically, I had Toblerone tits.
That just sounds horrible. I'm sorry, it's not a nice
Do you know, there was
phrase,
actually
that,
meant
is
to
it?
call them that. And it kind of like stuck with me, and I thought, right, okay. So Toblerone tits, which is basically where, you should have the kind of the scoop underneath. I didn't, mine was very straight, and it came out obviously like that, and then
Like
straight
a
underneath.
Toblerone.
Like a Toblerone, triangle tits. And obviously the T and the D, good old play on words. Toblerone tits. So, yeah, she actually said, what's happened is the ligaments haven't loosened underneath to create that nice undercarriage, as it were. So anyway, I had mine done. I have lost a little bit of weight since then, due to good old Kilimanjaro. I am an advocate. So they are kind of, and I have had a lolo since, so they have droops, but I actually think they're probably better now. So going back to the whole, do I need support? I do not wear bras. I have to wear crop tops for comfort.
Okay.
Because if I do put a bra on, and I mean, I don't even know how big I am. I could probably do with going and getting measured.
Yeah.
But an E, probably. Definitely double D's, never big enough. But they're like here. I just feel uncomfortable.
They're like the sand of your chin then, aren't they? And it's not
I quite like them. I'd like mine to be there.
Oh, would you?
Oh, yeah. You know, like all nice, like if you were running or messing about, it didn't wobble. Oh, no one knew.
But the jingle jangle's part of it. Come on.
It is, but it's a bit like when men are running, isn't it? And it's like drooping between the legs and stuff. It'd be like easier if it was tied up and all nice and supported, wouldn't it? Like
a horse.
Oh my God, Donkey Kong. That's when horses get to a certain age, and the male horses and the sheep comes down when the canter and you can hear flapping about underneath.
So help you get your seat right.
Oh God! Oh, it's just this sheep.
I love that you've actually, it's just a sheep. No, just as honest, how funny. But yeah, so I think as well, if you have them up here, I always find that they're kind of a bit nicer as well.
Yeah, no, I just mean, you know, I like to support.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want them in your face, do you?
You've got a cracking figure as well.
Yeah,
You've got massive boobs, haven't you?
Yes, but I don't wear proper bras. I'm the same as you. I wear like sports bra type things because I can't cope with being all like. I just find them so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you know at night,
Yeah.
if you've got a ponytail in, and you take the ponytail out and you go,
Yeah.
Like shoes on the night out.
like
Like heels.
Yeah.
that's a bit like,
Yeah, I just don't put myself through it anymore. I just buy really good, like sports. The only time I would wear a normal bra is if I'm wearing like a top that probably don't wear things like that because
On a special occasion.
No.
That leads me back
So I
to
tend to just stick to the.
Anne Summers, thinking about, again, I am a 90s,
Yeah.
you know, noughties child, as it were. Not noughties in that sense, but noughties child.
probably quite nice as well.
So kind of give it Anne Summers and kind of dressing up in underwear for me, like, it's a bit effort.
Well, it's just but I don't find it particularly
Arousing.
sexy. No, because you have to plan it then. You can't plan it. Like that's not right, is it?
Oh, right. Do you not think that's part of it?
Oh,
knowing that you know it's Saturday night, we're having a bottle of Prosecco, you know, and
Probably
you know what get me good bra and get me good lips.
no.
Because like you don't want to be in your grey ones, do you? You know, you want a bit of.
I'm not sure that I've got any on at this point.
I've only got 2 sets of them, 2 sets
Jones in your
I got all Bridget Jones. My underwear comes up to like here.
But then saying that, there is like a sexiness to that though as well for some, I mean, I don't know what Ian thinks.
You must have a set though that you feel better in.
I really don't.
Do you not? If you were going out for the day, would you not like put your nice?
No, I put the comfiest.
Would you?
Yeah, just
Whatever
whatever.
the nice ones are comfy.
Right.
They're nice.
Yeah.
You know, like what? Yeah, but not like comfy as in like the old grey battered big. Because I do decorating in holding it.
I love that. So we all know what Rachel's wearing when she's facing the walls. You're wearing those comfy grey knickers.
I don't anything but comfy.
Like, do you remember the broderie, it was a broderie anglais, the edge on that used to come off?
Yeah.
Just on the kids' nicks, and I'm like, no, I just can't. See, I'm like you, Wendy. For me, if it's planned, it makes me feel awkward as
Yeah, it's like not planned.
I am like, yeah, but then I think as well because we've got young children, so you're at the point now where you can go and enjoy life.
That's true. Well, sort of. There's still,
Like, yeah,
still
so-
there, aren't they? But we still need picking up. Or,
Yeah.
you pick me up at 2 o'clock,
Come on, quick time, got 5 minutes from you. That now he's again.
And he's like, oh no, the key's in the door. The key's in the door.
Got latched down. Well, that again is like lock on the door. So meet the Fockers, they have the thing of putting the hat on, and it is at that point where you kind of think, right, obviously my girl's 14 now, and James has got little children who clearly don't live with us anymore. And I'm going, right, there is a point where you kind of like, they know it's happening. But then do you go meet the vodka style and you go like, this is how it should be because this is a healthy sexual relationship?
Daisy,
Or do you go good old British?
Can you imagine Daisy if we had any kind? She was mortified today just having a bra fitted. Like she would literally, she'll come home from school. They've had like a, what do they call it now? PSE or whatever they call it now.
Sex ed talk.
Yeah, and I'll be like, have you had a good day? Fine. What have you done today? I don't want to talk about it.
Well, to be fair, all they talk about is what, putting the condom on a banana. And then,
But that's mortifying.
and then they
for
show you this
Daisy.
penis on TV on some sort of caricature.
Emmy finds
It's just
it
the most
all
bizarre
just
thing.
hilarious, but Daisy's
Yeah.
just mortified. She's so like prudish. She really
I don't think
is.
anyone needs to think about mum and dad. do they?
Oh no! Oh God!
I don't think you need to advertise
But
it.
then that is the whole thing, you start thinking actually like, because you do need your time, and it is fucking awkward when they get to the teenage stage, when they know, and you're like,
And also for you as well, you've still got like Arlo likes to be in your bed, doesn't he?
oh my god.
So you've got a lot of times where it's just not even an option.
See, those thoughts weren't even there when Flo was getting in our bed. Like, you know,
Oh, you're so
Yeah.
tired and you're so exhausted. You
Yeah.
can't.
It's
No.
like no priority.
In the bathroom, like,
Oh!
and that's the other thing, men can just turn it on. I am not one of them.
No, neither.
I have that, which goes back to wearing like the nice underwear and stuff, because I have to feel nice.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of it this morning with a hangover with manky breath.
Breath.
Oh, I'm like, oh, on your head banging. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, yeah, on the seasickness.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So you know. But that is also, again, kind of that kind of Venus and Mars situation, isn't it? Where I say this over and over again, she says, not that I'm making a point of it now. For women, it's about them feeling good.
Yeah, it's so true.
It's not necessarily
That's so
about
true.
looking at the man and going, I mean, this is me speaking on my behalf,
That's
obviously,
so
some
true,
women
yeah.
might be different. But for me, it's
It's quite sad, isn't it? Because then it does mean that when you have children and you are having kids in your bed, or giving birth, and you feel like you're not happy with your body, then it's a bit sad that you don't want it. And then the men take that as rejection, but actually it's not. It's just
So you feel rubbish.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
Actually, it is really sad.
And it
isn't
actually
it?
takes a really long time for you to feel normal again after babies and stuff, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
kids.
So even it's that first time actually going even for a poo
Don't.
after you've had
Don't.
a natural birth.
Yeah.
Even C-sections,
Especially when you've
my
been
friends had
stitched
C-sections recently, and James's daughter had one
Yeah.
recently, and it is that thing of actually just that pressure in there.
Yeah, that's still pushing, isn't it?
Don't.
Even to let alone anything coming in it.
You just, when you think about it, really, it's an absolute miracle that any of us have more than one.
Well, yeah.
Isn't it? It's a miracle.
Yeah,
Because
it's ludicrous.
when you really think about how all those things afterwards, like Harriet's just said, it's not just what happens on the day and everything that comes after. You know, everything is an absolute miracle that we ever think, do you know what, we'll do that again.
Yeah.
And sometime go and do it again.
That night and that sexy underwear and that. That's how it all starts.
It's like, yeah, it is a miracle that any of us ever do it again.
And it is, and it's great. I mean, I adore my kids, but then it is. I find that flipping really hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, from work, businesses, to then coming home, house stuff, and then having, particularly with Arlo, having to sit there and just sleep.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Yeah.
dude, you were like, as a baby, 6 p.m, you were gone. Now you are really hard work to get to sleep.
I can remember you being at ours and like at 5:30, we'd have had something to eat in the afternoon, and at 5:30 you'd be like, I'm going to have to go now because he needs to go to bed. I'm like, it's not even tea time, and he would be gone by 6 o'clock, in bed, fast asleep,
Yeah,
no
religiously.
messing, and he would cry to go to bed.
Yeah.
Now he's like, I am not going.
Wired. Last night, what time did you all go? About 12:30 or 12 half? No, it wasn't. It was the half day for nothing.
Yeah, I think it was before midnight.
It'd not been up long, had it, when we went?
No, he literally went.
No.
He went to bed.
And he was
about
irrelevant. Let's
4,
not
which is
shaking it to
fab.
bed.
And I think that is definitely an advocate for that age difference.
Yeah.
It's hard in the sense of the kind of like
Yeah.
the sexy back,
Yeah,
whatever that is. But it is in regards to just helping out and having a bit of like this.
Yeah, they can look after you for 5 minutes out in the garden or something. Can't
Oh
they?
my god, yeah.
But I love as well, I think it's really good for them because it's actually seeing them, they have this innate care and want to be with their younger siblings, which you obviously don't get with younger children because there's not that age gap.
Competition, isn't it, mostly?
Yeah, jealousy, like I say, I get that with Ams and Arlo. They can get like, quite jealous.
Someone's having a nice time over there.
Maybe they're listening into our hollers. So yeah.
Do we need to do anything, Harriet? Did you
No,
do
I've
anything?
already asked, I said I'm itching it. I like to cook.
Okay, so are you ready for this? I'm
Well.
going to try and make a rose and pistachio cake.
Love that sounds lovely.
I like a good cloggy cake. I don't like a dry
Can I
cake.
just say, that cake last night,
The lemon drizzle.
no, that one with the cherry, it was like a bakewell. It was the best cake ever. It was unreal. You were like, are you okay? And I'm like, just leave me alone.
Don't talk to me.
I'm
in the big knickers. I can do this cooking right now.
I am in my stretchy pants. I am fine. Leave me alone with the cake. It was so good. And I was like, Ian, get on this cake. And I was like, oh my god, we are so predictable, Ian and I. It's like, how to make one Ian happy. Big piece of cake that's really good cake. It was like a bakewell flavour. It obviously had almonds in it. Oh my god.
Let's see. I think I've still got some left. Yeah. Oh, yes. This is from the Hollies. So
For those that don't know,
Same.
Hollies is
I'm
our
gonna try and make
local,
one.
farm
I'm gonna
shop.
try and make one.
And the local farm shop is amazing because they just have the best butchery, the best fishmongers, the
Amazing.
best local produce.
Amazing,
It's
isn't it?
amazing.
Yeah, and everyone I take there does kind of have a mini heart attack. However, yes, including Moody. Moody went and loved it. So the bakewell sponge,
It's the
this
best.
is for my husband because he loves the bakewell. I think it's the marzipan.
It is. It's that almond taste. It's just unreal.
So you get me a bit, I didn't think I had the marzipan bit, so for me I just got the sponge.
I think the bottom sponge and the top sponge is different.
Yeah,
I think the top bit with the icing on tasted different to the bottom bit. So whether there was something in the icing or I don't know. I think
It looks like the cake all day long.
Just stop me when you go.
Here we go, when coming this day, I'm going to send you a really good.
Oh my god, you can send me with the last piece of cake.
You can have that, let's roll them.
That's love, that is. That's actually love.
see, if it was the lemon drizzle cake, then
you're
not
fine
mixed
for
it
it.
just
I
fine.
didn't have any of that, but that is unreal.
So I am going to try and attempt to bake.
Okay.
I can't wait. Literally can't wait to see. I want all the tips.
Well, I'm going to read it now. What do you think of the wine?
Love it.
Do you really like this?
Really
So
nice.
I did get it from Kelly.
And you know I don't drink pink wine as a rule, but I really like a blush. I can do a blush.
I love blush. I don't do rosé. It's got to
No,
be a
don't do
blush.
rosé.
It's too like strawberry,
Yeah.
fruity, like
Sickly
teenager
sweet.
wine, but
Yeah.
rainy.
Don't like it.
So
That is very nice.
yeah, bijou and and do you know what, I actually prefer that I think to Whispering Angel.
I'm not.
I don't know. I will drink it when I'm out with certain friends.
Someone else is
They
buying it.
really, really like it, and I enjoy it, but I can't say it's my favourite.
I think that's nice.
I do.
I like that.
I find Whispering Angel a
I
bit
like
tang after it, whereas that's
I
not.
liked that sparkling one that you opened first last night.
I know. It's so
That from Kent, I think it said on the
Yeah.
bottle. It was an English one.
English
Blush,
sparkling.
sparkling.
I'll get that one for the
It
next
was
hollows.
nice.
I have got
Really nice.
another one though for us to try. So if you want to support while I
Oh, well, all right.
Oh, Wendy's not mute anymore. She's found a voice.
This is what I said. So when we were talking about the hollows, and I was saying to you, like literally, I am going to, like most things, fly by the seat of my pants.
What did we say on the way here?
Yeah. What do you think we'll be doing this? I don't know. We'll find out when we get there.
Don't think
Harry
Harry
won't
knows
know yet. We'll figure it out when we get there.
And that's what it's just like anyone who comes over. So Leanna's over tomorrow as well. And she says tonight, not for recording, but she is coming over, and I'm so excited to see her
I love
because
it. Say hi for me.
there's a total U-turn within her life at the moment, but again, found that thing of when you have children. So we've been talking kind of like this point now, where it's like actually getting a sexy back. But actually when you go back and you think, I've trained to be X, I've now had children, and now I don't want to be X anymore.
Absolutely not, because you've changed and you're totally different and your priorities are different.
Priorities are completely different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's kind of where this whole idea of this podcast came from, is this kind of return. So I'm going to get my menu up whilst I do it. So, yeah, because life is really difficult. And I think that everyone goes into it, or especially I went into it thinking that, you know, as a child, you get married, you have children, you do this and this, you have your career, you have your nice comfortable house in suburbia, wherever that may be for you, and that's it. But it so is not. I mean, I had a child at 21, which I think came as a shock to pretty much everybody, because I was not somebody that really was kind of set for that. I was more of a career, like I'm going to go get the world person, which I do not regret and adore. Bellen actually then sent me on the trajectory of teaching, which has then got me the nurseries, and then through friendships then got the other companies that we're doing. It just, life's a journey, right? And I'm one that I don't like being fixed. I think it's probably my ADHD.
Yeah, I can't imagine you being fixed to one thing anyway. It's not going to happen, is it?
I think it stifles a bit, but then at the same time, consistency creates comfort.
For some people, yeah.
So what do you think? Go on, Rach. You've got older children now, and then obviously Wendy as well, with your life and both of your journeys. So when you were younger, so going back to, you know, little Rach, little Wendy,
I can't remember.
what is it you thought you wanted to be?
I'm not sure that I've ever known. We have a little bit of joke in our house that's like, what are you going to do when you grow up? And I always say, I'll figure it out one day. I don't know. I think I just really wanted to be a mum. And I think everything else just fit in around that.
Yeah.
I had a really sort of, I suppose, like, I worked for the local authority when I worked full time. I worked for the local authority in education, like.
Which I think is resolvable.
I know. You know, it was a job that if I wanted to, I could have probably, you know, had a really decent career there and stayed and kind of worked my way through that. But I didn't. There was nothing about it that I loved.
Yeah.
So screw it up.
I've not a
And then it'll be a bit more pliable. But yeah, so I don't know. And then
It won't be as
really, if I had my time again, then yeah, I'd have probably have loved to have been not a chef, too pressured for me. Don't like pressure.
No.
You know, some people say, oh, they thrive under pressure, I thrive under stress. I don't. I need to do things in my own time. But yeah, no, I just think once Ian and I had decided we were getting married and having kids like that, I was settled there.
So, okay, so obviously knowing you and Ian for such a long time, how did you both meet?
At school, so I was working at school and he was doing his teacher training placement at that school.
I never knew that.
And you two, and obviously, this is it. I've known Wendy for years and never known that.
Yeah. So I was working in the office and he was on placement in the PE department.
Oh, secondary school.
Yeah. And that's how we met. And within a year we bought a house.
Yeah, I see. Right, this is another argument I have.
It was the world's smallest house. It was tiny.
But when you know, right?
Yeah.
And people think crazy and they go, really? And I'm just like, do you know what? There's no rule. If you meet someone and you know, why are you bothered?
It's a bit of luck as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Tinder was my luck.
And hard work as well, because you might have that, oh well, I think this is going to work out, so we'll go. But you know, not all plain sailing and disagreements and things that we've not always agreed on. And Ian is extremely career focused, which takes him away from us a lot.
Yeah.
He's very, very good at his job, but it takes him away from us a lot. And I think it's taken me a long time to get here, but I finally accepted that and thought it's not because he doesn't want to be with us. It's just that we can have the lives that we have because he works as hard as he does, and I've got to let him get on with it. Because the alternative is he doesn't do it anymore, and we don't have what we've got now. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it did take a long time to get there.
If you were
Exactly.
if you wanted your career, if you wanted a big career, that
Which
would work.
I knew when he met me, you were the perfect fit for him. He knew exactly where he wanted to go. He's been 4 and now obviously secondary head,
Yeah.
and very good.
Very good. He's very good at his job. Can't take that away from him, but it does take him away from us a lot.
Yes. So
You know,
it's a very selfless job.
yeah.
You've got to be very
And you
selfless.
can't just say, oh, well, I've got to be home tonight because when did you need to do this, so I've got to leave now. You can't do that.
Term time.
No. The amount of times I've said to him, like, I'm going to give you loads of notice. I'm giving you 3 months notice. I need you to be here at this time on this day. And he'll try his best, but if some safeguarding thing comes up or some kid goes missing or parents get you can't just say, sorry, but my missus because I've got to come home. You can't, you know.
It's massive. So obviously being primary teacher, but then now having the children's nursery, I feel that, I mean, it's different with nursery because it's private in the sense of you kind of create your own rules. I can create my own rules and make sure that everything's how I want it to be. Now school is very different. It's secondary, whole new language.
Oh my God.
But parents and understanding and respect boundaries. So I remember way back when the head teacher said boo, the parents would go, oh, you know, and then they'd respond and be like, no, you've got to listen. And that respect boundary is massively changed. Massively changed. And I know that is a big problem in the industry, and I think that anyone who can deal with that constantly, having how many children, over 1,000 plus?
Oh, more, yeah.
Children of teenage age and being responsible for them day in, day out for the majority of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you have to be selfless. Bad enough having one. You've got to try and coach and make sure they do the right thing.
But then it's but we get the benefit of him being, you know, he's off now and we've got the summer together and we've got, you know, we've been on holiday and we've got another little holiday coming up and, you know, it's nice to be able to do that. Yeah, I think it is, but then it's equally, he can come home sometimes and say to me, like, it's the most demoralising thing in the world as well, because sometimes, I mean, no, like, he gives everything to his job and
But he sacrifices his family life to look after other people's children.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. It's like other people's kids sometimes become before your own kids because that's what you've got to do. Like that's what you've got to do. And like I say, it took me a long time to kind of accept it really. And when he went
But even now, is it acceptable? That's kind of a question. Is it actually acceptable?
Yes, it is acceptable
Okay.
because for us it is because we took the decision a long, long time ago that I would be the constant parent,
home parent,
and I would work. I've never wanted to not work. Sometimes I wanted to not work, but I've never wanted to not have a job or do something. But I've got I would get bored, but I like working around. I'm happy to work around kids and around me a bit. Whereas I know not everyone feels like that. Some people wouldn't like that because they feel like they would be stifled a bit or whatever. But I don't feel that way. I'm quite happy.
But then you wouldn't be married to him.
Exactly, but like I say, like we have the life we have, which is lovely because Ian does the job he does, and if he didn't do that job, then we wouldn't live where we live, or you know.
And I
because,
think
you know, a normal teaching salary, as we all know, does not bring with it
like
the nice extra things that we all like and what have you. So,
like any slave job, it doesn't pay enough. Hence why I ended up coming out of it, because it just, you know, you're up till 2 o'clock in the morning, and it is that selflessness. It is that pure dedication. So like my daughter luckily came to our school where I worked. I was really lucky that our head teacher allowed that. We were lucky because we had 3 classes a year. It's quite a big primary school.
yeah.
And so she was always in one of the other classes. And she went to the back primary school, but she was always lost there. And then I'd go home, do mum stuff, put her to bed, and then I'm still
Then
working.
you'd be back onto work stuff.
And that is the life of it. And this is what really upsets me, because it's also the same in the nursery sector. with our staff and how hard they work and the dedication, and it's beaten out. It literally took out of me until I became my own kind of entity and was able to control our curriculum, how we deliver it, not being dictated to by the government in terms of what we deliver. It's a little bit more child-centred, and so it helped me, but I am very conscious of our team, because I'm not obviously on the ground anymore, but I'm very conscious of the team and how that impacts them and their family, because at the end of the day, happiness, if you're a happy person, you are able to portray that happiness onto others that you care for. But what really upsets me is the fact that has disappeared out of the morality, out of the public, in the sense of the majority of our parents are really, really good, and the majority of parents are, and they understand, and they're a bit like us, old school. If your teacher says you need to do something and it's reasonable, you have to do it. That's it. If they've been out of order, or like anybody, then you can kind of say. But I find that now it's a case of, my child has to do homework. No, they don't. And you're like, well, hold on, that's been since way back when. Why has that changed?
Absolutely. No, totally agree.
Yeah.
It's changed so much, hasn't it?
It has, and expectations from parents are extremely high. So when you can think you're doing a really good job, and for some it's not enough, and that's really hard, isn't it?
That is having the world at your fingertips, isn't it? Because if you're struggling with an issue about your child, you can go online on Mumsnet or all these other forums, and you can be an expert on anything. And I think sometimes they think they're an expert in teaching, even though they've not been trained. And they think that their child is the most important person in that class, and they have to understand that there might be 30 in that class.
And that sometimes others need a little bit more that day, or
This is it, exactly, and it's really, there is a sacrifice to you going into that vocation. So,
there is, and that's it, and that's where you felt that. I can always remember, she wasn't a teacher, she was like a mentor at Ian's old school where he used to work, and she used to do like counselling and stuff with the kids, and when, we've known her for a long time, when I was we were starting a family, and I think I might have been pregnant, or maybe just had Emmy. And I can always remember her saying, you can't have two stressed people in a house. No. If one person is going to commit to taking on a really stressy job, you can't have two stressed people in the house, because it doesn't work. And you've got to, if someone's going to say, right, I really want to do this job, but it's really stressful, it's the other person's, but you've got to be a team then. Because you couldn't, like, she said, can you imagine both of you? Like, how would you run your house? How would you run your family? How would you look after your children if you both had a job that was going to be so unpredictable that neither of you could actually, well, I'll pick them up tonight. Like, how would you manage it if one of you didn't really know? Things like that. And I always remember her saying that you can't have two stressy jobs in one house, it doesn't work.
So all the families I know that work well.
Generally got that person at home,
But that's getting more and more difficult. I mean,
of course it is, because things are getting more and more expensive. So for a lot of families, like my younger sister, like she's got Teddy who's 3, and they both work full time, and there's no. They just wouldn't be able to one of them go part time at the minute, because since it was different when we bought our first houses all those years ago. They bought their first house and it was way more than what we paid. Do you know what? It's like
percentage of your wages.
Yeah, it's just like they just haven't got that choice.
I've been waiting age.
Oh my goodness, I just can't keep up.
So this one, Waitrose today. I didn't have time to go to Coke as well. I'm already going to move it. Okay, so this is Sweet Caroline Rosé. It's 2024, so any sort of blush I've always been taught you should go for your grape anyway.
Oh, right.
Same with like Garvey. The younger the grape, the better, really. So I have no idea if this is any good.
Well, let's find out.
The only way you're going to tell is to sip. Right, I'll put a smaller glass this time.
You just want
because I'm still.
a glass of water, please. Okay.
Okay. I love that.
Thank you.
Try that one. Oh, I'll give you a reservation for glass there.
Thank you. Last night, Harriet, let's face it.
Well.
Yeah, the alarm clock went off this morning because the shopping was coming at 8 o'clock. I don't do the shop at 8 o'clock.
I saw it.
And the alarm clock
I saw it
went
and I was
off.
like, oh, she's like Ovi yourself. You're so organised. I was like, I was laid out, I could barely get my head off the pillow.
Try it
there,
before I
just
say
off
anything,
it.
try it.
Well, I heard a bit of a so I'm not thinking,
Oh, that's quite sweet.
like, you need to smell straight away. Before that even goes in that it's going to be sweet.
Pass me the bottle, let me look at it.
Oh, it's like almost red currency, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Sweet, but
It's a bit too.
sour.
Oh, it's only 10.5%. It's like this.
I'm not a big fan of that.
It's just not very strong, is it? That's why it's got that sweetness.
It's very,
to it, I
yeah,
think.
it's very strawberry.
Very, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
That's how it's big.
So this is now going to be a
Don't
chance.
tip it.
I can't do that.
Seriously. Oh, don't waste wine. Have a drink it. Have a drink it. What are you doing?
No, I can't do.
Ever
Why?
wine.
It's vile.
I don't want to say vile.
You know what I would have done? Genuinely, if I couldn't get that down, this is how sad I am, I would have put that in a bag and put it in the freezer. Shove back in soup or something.
Yeah, but you can't put that in soup.
No, not soup, but say like, I don't know, what would you be making? Like garlic and cheese. You know, like garlic and herb chicken or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, something too tight. I couldn't have done that.
Oh no, I'm
Oh no, no, you will never ever
Well, I
find me
just
throwing
drank
wine
it.
away, ever. It goes against everything I believe in.
From wine away. It was crap wine. Oh,
No, I called it crap. It was just not very. It was just.
I'm going to carry on baking
do it.
in my own little time because I'm absolutely shockingly shy, so I need a full menu of a method of how to do baking.
Do you want me to read it out to you?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, let's do it
but then
together.
Rudy's just told me we are 50 minutes in.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
I'm talking crap for 15 minutes.
But this is exactly what I knew we could do. So we've gone from obviously bras and being kind of women with children and kind of getting the sexy back, touched on very lightly. Could have been far worse. However,
Tone down the virgin.
yeah, we started heavy but lighter, and then
Good to be well.
obviously going into careers and kind of that selflessness of going into something like a teaching vocation and who you need to be. So I think it's a case of going through now. That the whole reason I wanted to start the Hollows is to show people that life isn't mapped out. So when you're struggling, so kind of going back again to kind of my brother and my own life and the fact that we're going through different transitions at the moment and stuff, and it's just a case of it isn't mapped out and it's okay.
It is.
And
Which is actually something that I struggle with because I, you know me quite well. You know me quite well. I like to know exactly what I'm doing and when I'm doing it, and I need a plan.
Yeah.
And if someone says to me, "Oh, we'll figure it out later," I'm like, no, we'll figure it out later.
The demeanour
We'll figure it out now.
So somebody will curse me now because I haven't. I mean, I've rinsed them and then I have tipped it out, but I've not actually given a fresh glass. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, what?
We did have a heavy one last night, so all the glasses are in the dishwasher, and I can't be asked emptying it because it's still probably finishing off. I've got stuff in the laundry room that wasn't cleaned up, so I'm just rolling with it. Okay.
So it is.
I know you guys don't mind.
It is a lot nicer.
Yeah, so this is one I actually got, it's really bad this. This, they sell it in the local Shell garage because it's got a Waitrose inside it. It's £2 cheaper at the other Waitrose.
At the big Waitrose.
The big Waitrose.
Oh really?
It's not a very cheap wine, but it's really nice.
It's really good, that.
Is it really good?
It is really good. Don't get me wrong, I would have drank it there. I would have.
Oh,
And
no.
that's to be
It's like a cheap pub wine, that other one. It's,
I'm a cheap date, yeah, I'm a cheap date.
The cheap date, that's good. You have to say that.
That's really nice.
Go that one. Yeah,
Do
sorry.
you know, that's why I think I probably wasn't as keen on that one because it was too rosé.
Rosé. That, yeah, that's
Too rosé.
That tastes
Strawberry,
Yeah, not for
cherry,
me that.
needs to be stone fruit, just that little blush. So this one is, again, it's a provincial blush. not to be
To be
stereotypical.
honest, I've fallen in love with the bottle. I love it before
I
I even tasted it.
You've got to taste it, but this is the bar.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You'd be like hugging it.
Yeah, absolutely, it's brilliant.
So that's really, really nice line. Definitely recommend that. So from any Waitrose or Shell Garage, it has Waitrose in it.
If you're desperate.
Yeah, well, yeah, not that. I kind of saw a queue with 3 bottles of it going, hi, and everyone's, do you have fuel? No, just the wine.
Just the wine today.
Hashtag countryside living. It's the nearest thing we've got. Nearest to petrol station.
Like where we used to live, Harriet. So
When
when
you abandon this shit, because I just really can't be honest.
Yeah, just abandon it.
I'll bake
It
after.
looks
Let me
like,
focus on
it
this.
looks like quite hard work.
It
but
does
I
look like
I've got to be honest, I think I just wouldn't bother greaseproofing them.
Do you know what it was?
They came out and like done like that.
I could have bought some loaf, like pre-made loaf. What are they called? Like,
Yeah.
Tin liners.
Tin liners.
yeah, but they weren't tin liners. They were like cardboardy cake things.
Oh, I know what you mean, yeah.
I didn't like the pattern on them. Yeah, that's how sad I am. Is that really
They will
bad?
work though.
Because like Krusty the Clown.
Yeah.
As soon as you pour your mix into them, they'll sit
I know,
down.
but then I need to read it, and I'm too busy chatting that I can't actually read it to figure out.
You always need to do
So we do that.
know from the top of your head you've got to concentrate on, don't you?
We can do that after when we just gone, let's make should we make some soups and kind of
I think that's
put
looking
down
really
the
good.
So-
I'm struggling to.
Harriet, what I
do
was
that,
going to
to be
say
honest.
was where we used to live,
yeah.
you could run on fumes in your car because like you could go for petrol, like literally walk to the petrol station
Oh,
and
yeah,
get
that's
petrol
what
if
you
you can't
wanted.
run out. But now it's a strategic, how many miles have I got left?
Oh.
Because there's nowhere close to
The
get petrol.
amount of times I've rolled.
It
to
took,
a petrol
it took me
Yeah.
so long to get used
Yeah.
to that when we moved here because I was literally used to being like, it's been flashing at me now for a day, I better go get petrol.
Yeah.
You can't take those risks anymore.
No, and you know, if you're having your kitchen done, oh, it's alright, the Mackey's is around the corner.
I think you rang me one morning when I first started working at your office and you were like, I'm going for, I'll be in soon, I'm going for petrol, but I honestly don't know whether I'm going to make it or
Yeah.
not.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's a classic woman thing to do, isn't it, though?
Oh,
That's such a woman thing to do.
Well, do you know what my thing is? It's effort, because like when I've got the kids in the car, and then I've got to go to the petrol station, and
Yeah.
then it's, do I leave them in the car? Or do I not leave them in the car? And then I've got to take the keys and lock it, but then when the alarm goes off, and
Yeah.
then freak them out for life. Is that really sad? That
No, it's just a pain, the whole petrol situation. See, my mum has never put petrol in her car, I don't think. My dad always does it. Like, so to my dad, that's a blue job.
I don't think mine has either.
No, my mum would not go and fill. I don't think, I can't think of any time she has. But that's a dad job. But it's never been a blue job.
A blue job.
Yeah, it's never been a blue job. But we do have some very firm boundaries in our house on what, like putting the bins out, that would be blue.
Yeah.
Anything outside is blue.
No, that's
Right,
So
you
you
like
like
our
the
shaman.
garden. I don't like
So
it.
for anybody who thinks otherwise, it's not that we are. I wouldn't say we're feminists, but at the same time, women's rights, yeah, all of that. But I clearly have a blue job opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think ours is slightly more blurred than yours.
Yeah, because you like outside, you like gardening and stuff, and I've absolutely no interest.
I do like it, but I don't like mowing the lawn. But it's just that he doesn't do it, so I end up having to do it.
Do you know what you need? One of those bloody set on
I
lawnmowers.
know.
See, you could have a
That's all
salon
it-
at your
that's all
house.
it
We
does.
don't need one, but you could.
So you know when you came round yesterday? Oh my god, I was furious. So you're literally cursing this. I'm sorry. I was so pissed off because he got back late from doing jobs in the morning last time. But then a fucking lawnmower. He sat on the piece of lawnmower mowing blinds in his lawn rather than coming in and sorting the house out, knowing we had a full house coming over for a barbecue. Honestly, so then I get things like, I'm waiting for you to get back to take the car, you know, to go and get the food and
That's
stuff.
priority, that's all nice and
Yeah.
level.
Because that's his area.
Oh my
so he's
God.
looking after his, and that he would do exactly the same.
He's not a man thing. I
around
give
that
him my
house.
bit, not everything else.
I could be flying around that house, and he will be doing his garden, and
Yeah.
it makes me cross. But then I think, why does it make me cross? Because I got rushed out to help him do the garden. Do you know what I mean? So why would he stop what he's doing and come and help me?
A lot of the things you're saying now are quite rational, and I get the feeling that that's come of
No.
that's come of age, hasn't it?
Oh, Oh my God, yeah. When I tell you that it's
Yeah, like even what you were saying before,
Yeah.
like that's because you've kind of grown up and
it's taking
accepted it.
time.
So I feel like I'm the same actually.
Doesn't any marriage, relationship, whatever, does it not always take time to settle in? You've got to figure out what really irritates you about one another. Because
About
the things
25
that I
years.
do, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I honestly think that Ian and I are
Still
probably,
growing.
probably found our way now a little bit. It's taken a really, really long time.
So this kind of goes to the point as well, right? Divorce rates and relationships. Do people give up
I think so, yeah.
And I think they give up before they've got to the point where the kids are 20, where they can have a nice time again together.
Yeah, oh my
Because
God.
it's so hard getting there that I think,
And this is a conversation that I've had recently with, family and friends, is that when you have children, especially when you have the second one, first one's quite kind of romantic, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
But then when you have the second, so men do struggle with that connection. They don't have the same connection naturally as a woman. This is not just us like opinionating, this is kind of like proven facts. However, they then kind of feel this natural abandonance because abundance, whatever the word is. They don't feel part of it because the woman's got this innate love for the child, but then obviously the husband now not only doesn't have their lady or partner, they then go second in command. So, the two of them potentially another child, which again is also sleep deprivation and exhaustion. So it can be really, really hard. And I think that, people do give up too quickly. I think that in society now, we're so quick to judge.
I think they are. I mean, what you've just said, I can see how that's difficult for a man.
Yeah.
He's going out working and he's coming home and his wife is distracted and not probably very different to the person he married because she's had to change because she's now a mother.
Yeah.
Equally, the mum and wife probably knows that.
Yeah.
And it's really hard for them because they're now expected to be the person that they were,
Yeah.
to do everything else as well.
Yeah.
So it's hard for both, isn't it?
And this is it.
And especially now they're expected to then go back to work,
Yeah.
achieve at work, do everything that they did at work before they had kids, and now a mother, they're still trying to be a wife. Whereas in the man, maybe not so much has changed really because his career stayed the same, he's going to the same job.
And then it is a case of adapting together, right? And the sense of, like you were saying, so in your roles, Wendy, with obviously you have one main income, and that is kind of what you've accepted, and then you are the caregiver. Yeah. And that is the traditional family setup, which has led to you having a really happy family life. And other people are like, no, I don't want that. We're both happy
now, but it doesn't always work. Like I wouldn't want it to come across as like this fairy tale where we just fell into this life where I just was completely like, oh yeah, I'm fine with all this. Didn't quite work like that. I think, like I say, I think it's taken us a long time to settle into our roles, and I think for a long time, I think Ian resented the fact that I got to stay at home with the kids, and I resented the fact that he got to go out to work. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think, in all honesty, like it's taken us a time to like find our way. I really, really did. We really, really did. And as lovely as it is, and I do feel at the minute like we are ticking along quite nicely. I think
until next week.
But also like moving when we did was the right thing to do. Like there was nothing good to come of staying where we were because it was just a stressy place to live.
So you're saying there's something that has contributed to you being comfortable where you are now as a family unit is the fact that it's traditional jobs, right? So you okay, Otis, enough, good boy, it's okay. So you've got a head teacher, then you've got obviously primary caregiver with administration role, which is flexible based on what you need to be able to help.
Brilliant for that. Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
But then living in the countryside,
it takes some of the stresses away.
Yeah.
It takes some of the, like Ian will still say now, driving down our lane, coming home, he can feel the stresses of the day just melt away because he knows what he's coming home to. He knows that I'm there and it will be tea will be on and
Which is quite
kids will be
romantic in itself,
sorted
isn't
and
it?
it does sound really
Yeah.
romantic, but it took us a really long time to get there, and a lot of the time that it took us to get there was not always that romantic, because actually it's hard when your kids are little, and Ian then takes on this job as being a head teacher when our kids were really little, and it was hard, really hard, like really hard.
But
But
me and Side falling out when he'd be on the big contracts and he'd be coming in at 7:30 at night.
yeah, and you'd be like, yeah, brilliant,
And
thanks, we're all in bed now.
Absolutely exhausted.
Yeah.
I've been on my own, sorting
Yeah.
out horses, dogs, part-time
Yeah.
job, this, that, and the other. So I felt like I
And you'd
had
moved into your house, which is an amazing
It is
house and where it is.
no heating.
But it was a doer-upper. Yeah.
Absolutely, we lived in it. There was water running down the walls. I was at home on my own all day. No central heating. We just had a fire. Got a newborn baby, and he's working 14 hours a day, and then having to come home and work on the house at weekends. And I kind of resented him.
Yeah,
And he probably resented me because
he
I
was
wasn't
thinking, well,
happy.
you're,
Because I wasn't happy. Well, why aren't you happy? Because you're not, you're at home with your kids.
Yeah.
And we lived in this lovely
Yeah.
house, but I was probably a bit lonely because
Yes.
he wasn't there.
That's what I
He's there.
struggle with.
It's like, it's
Till those
tight.
Do you still struggle with that now?
not now, no.
And why do you think that? Is it because the children are older?
Because the children are company now.
Yeah.
Children are not company when they're little.
No.
You're looking after them.
No, they're not.
But they're not company. Obviously they are company because you're not on your own, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can sit with Emmy and Daisy now and we can have a good old laugh and chat
Watch a
and
bit of
whatever,
TV,
and we can watch a
They
film
can help
and
with chores and
they can help me and things like that. But also because of where I live, because friends are really close, do you know what I mean? Like, you're right next door and Sue's right next door and you're around the corner, and now I have a job where I see people that I like all the time and I'm not lonely, do you know? So even when
do you
Ian has
think
a
that
really
sense
rubbish
of
week,
community
Yeah.
is a big thing? Because that's another thing.
Yeah.
So where we used to live, obviously,
everyone kept themselves, there was no friend, you weren't friends with your next door neighbour, you didn't even know who they were, like, half the time.
So this is where this sense of community now has to come back. And I think because we're now living in a 21st century, or is it 21st century? Is it still 21st century?
Yeah.
Yeah, 21st century. Where people live all over the world. So historically, as a family unit, you would live probably in the same town where you were born, where mum and dad were, or where in-laws were. There'd be some sort of connection. And I think that as time has gone on, maybe we've lost that because of the fact that we are a global society. And actually, how does that then kind of ricochet onto the feeling of loneliness, feeling of abandonment, a feeling of not belonging, a feeling of I'm not happy?
Yeah. It comes back to that idea that you can be in a room full of people and still be really, really lonely. And I think until you find where, it's almost like you have to find your little place. And when we moved here, it was like we all just went, oh my God.
This is our place.
This is where, and now we speak to Emmy and Daisy, like we've talked like about moving, like I spoke to you about it tonight, I spoke to you about it, where we had to do work on our house, and it was like, do we do the work, do we spend the money, or do we move, what do we do? And Emmy and Daisy were a huge influence in the decision making there, because they were just like, please mum, please don't make us move, we look like, they just wouldn't want to move. They were just so like, they're just so happy there. And Emmy's got a little wingman next door now, hasn't she? It's just that people around you, and like obviously Rach is next door, but then our other next door neighbours, Sue and Steve, who are old and retired, but fiercely fit and healthy, and always out on holiday and do something. They're just there, and you just have got that sense that if I was really struggling with something, they come and help me. No, it isn't intrusive at all. But there's very often a tap on the window from Sue, or a text from you to say, oh, I'm just opening a bottle of Prosecco, or we've got a bottle of blush. It's just that feeling, and we're not surrounded by people where we live, are we? There's like the three of us, and then that's it. But you feel surrounded by like
you
people
feel love, but you don't feel
Yeah.
like a goldfish bowl, because that's the other issue. So your mum and dad used to live over the back of me, your mum and stepdad used to live over the back of
right
literally
next to you,
right
Yeah,
back
yeah,
of our old house, our old house. And I do remember we all saw them in a blue moon, and I obviously saw them at school because Emma was in my class.
Yes, she was.
So going back
a while.
so it was kind of, it's different. Like, we lived in a cul-de-sac, very suburban, very much like aspirational for me as a child. It's what I grew up in.
Oh, when
like
we bought our house in Whittle Hall, we were like, we've made it. And we wanted a 4-bed
Yes.
detached in suburbia, and we got it.
Yeah.
Done, finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have, and most people be like, why would you want more? But actually there is, and what's interesting is, so obviously you've got the neighbours now, and in the sense of Rachel and the sense of Sue, but you had neighbours then.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have even known their names.
Isn't that interesting? Because you're in close proximity in a place that actually having those neighbours could be really helpful. But
Yeah.
why?
Because everyone's so busy. It's a different pace. People are working at a different pace, and nobody's got the time to bob their head round and go, "Hi," you know. Everyone's so focused
Old
on
school
what they're
catch up
doing.
like this.
And I think
Yeah.
where we used to live is very much now, although it hasn't been given city status yet, I think it's probably only a matter of time.
Yeah.
It is like a city. Everybody is extremely busy,
Yeah.
and that's fine. And that works for a lot of people. It didn't work for me because I felt, just like I just said, I felt like I was constantly surrounded by people, but I didn't really have
A belonging.
anyone there that,
Yeah.
it would have been lovely to have knocked on next door and said, "You fancy a brew?" But we just didn't have it. Just
Yeah.
didn't
That
have-
connection wasn't
Yeah,
there.
I've got a friend who lives not a million miles away from where I was, who has got exactly that in her little cul-de-sac and does knock on and have
Yeah.
so then,
Yeah.
so I'm not saying it doesn't exist. It
Yeah.
just wasn't. We just didn't have that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that way of living, isn't it? It's that pace. It's that people not being in a rush.
Yeah.
You're not sitting in traffic. That's
Yeah,
a massive thing.
Yeah, that could be.
You know, I drive to work in the morning and I don't see a soul. Do you know what I mean? When I come to the hospital, it's like it's bliss.
Yeah.
There's no traffic. You've not got that early morning, like, oh my god, I'm going to be late. I'm going to
It's
be
like
late.
mindfulness, but yet you're commuting.
Yeah.
And I mean, Rach, what's it been like for you? Because obviously you were saying that you were quite lonely when you had the children and then you had the house.
I was, but then I was really lucky because I went to a mums and tots group locally and met 3 other women who are still my really good friends now.
Amazing.
And they're the ones we go on holiday with and we go skiing with and sort of done all the pony things together. So I was really, really lucky. Without them, I would have been struggling. And you know, I have been lucky because I've probably been here a bit longer. And like there was a local mums and tots at the church where you could drop your children off and go and do your shopping, and all the old ladies looked after your kids. And where we live, it is a bit old school, isn't it? And the local primary schools are kind of old school.
It was they don't have a preschool, but they do like a preschool age gathering, don't they, on a Wednesday? So that's something that my children move to, as you know.
So I think it has been a little bit different because we didn't have, you know, obviously we weren't living where you were. So my kids have been brought up like that, and I just think they've been really lucky. Really lovely schools, and I don't know, it's a slower pace of growing up. They got into makeup
Much later.
boys much later.
But yet still have access to internet. It's just that they've got other things to preoccupy themselves with. And as a latecomer into it, I've noticed that. Massively noticed that. And I think it does make a difference, right? I'm just conscious that so I've got the soup maker on. This is a husband contraption. Of course it is.
Quite
It's
excited
electrical.
to be honest.
And
I'm quite excited. It's going to start whizzing it up in a minute.
This is 22, is that 22 degrees?
So this is the soup maker. So just obviously it just heats it as well, whilst obviously turning it and macerating the contents. And then I have some double cream, which I'll add in shortly, along with some Reggiano. Now this, oh my gosh, so that I'm really sad for reading things and the flavours. And so this Parmigiano obviously has to be Italiano, because obviously it's got to be. This one is a complex and fruity Parmigiano with long umami finish. I have no clue what umami means.
That, you know when you know how you said you put the parmesan round in
Yeah.
your soup?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's like umami. It's like that dense,
Like
sort of
saltiness.
salty flavour.
It just sounds
Yeah.
really sexy.
Oh, it's,
Umami.
oh, yes.
I'm probably pronouncing it completely freaking wrong.
Oh,
But it just sounded really good
to me.
So I thought, I'm going to go with that one. 30 months old, so it's probably, yeah, really
You need to
stinky.
open that and have a really good sniff when you open it. You know, like when you open a new coffee.
Oh,
Hey, Rachel,
there.
you like the first
Oh, I
sniff?
love the first sniff.
Are you ready? Sniff away.
Oh, it's covered in plastic. There's nothing there.
It's really good eco-friendly paper,
And it's covered in
actually not.
plastic.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's all prosthetic, isn't it?
Well, to be fair, it has come
Lines
from
into
Italy,
it.
so I mean, it probably would have lasted 2 weeks and that, would it?
Look at the size of the rind on that. That's a good soup, that is. Stick that in.
Right, like meat, right? Good rind, good flavour.
Yeah.
But then when you grate it, you're like that, trying to get the most out of
Most
it.
out of it,
yeah.
Right.
Everything in life's worth working for. Ready for a sniff test. Yeah, okay, it's waxy, but yeah.
Oh,
That's what I
see, that smells creamy.
That smells, it smells nutty.
Oh.
That smells really good.
That's
Nutty,
oh,
fit to
that's
one with us,
nutty.
doesn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, but really well with
Has
us.
it got an ism? That's what we need to know. Probably.
If he wants to join this group of friends, then it's going to have to find one.
Okay, so that goes back to my other point of, is it because we're a bit neuro-quirky that we find living around busyness too much? And actually it's
Yeah.
alright for other people, but for us it just doesn't work, and that's why everyone's different, right?
Look at Emmy when she moved from big 90 kid per year group school
Yeah.
to tiny 14 kids per year group school. She thrived, didn't she? Absolutely thrived. It was way too. Emmy is not a town living kind of girl. I struggled with it.
Yeah, I'm not.
And I think
It's not
I've
for
learned
me.
quite a lot about myself since moving here, because I think I thought I was just quite happy in that environment, and I actually wasn't. Daisy, you kind of get
taught
manage
that,
anyway.
don't you? You kind of get taught, well, this is a good life.
Yeah.
This is kind of a Disney effect, right?
Yeah.
This is what you should be happy with. Your 2 kids, your cereal box family, you've got a beautiful 4-bedroom house in suburbia.
Yeah.
But it
But
just wasn't working.
It wasn't. We weren't happy there. None of us were happy there, and
But did you realise that at the time, or was it?
Yeah,
or was
we-
it since you moved?
no, I think we've realised it more since we moved.
Or was it because of COVID?
Well, that's when we moved, isn't it? That's when we.
Well, this brings
that's
a
when we
whole
made
new
our decision over
question.
COVID, because we were like Ian was around a lot more, and we had time to actually talk to one another.
Yeah.
But, you know, when we decided to move was when we got the letter through from the council to say they were building
The
drive-through Costa and the McDonald's and the Lidl and all that opposite our estate. And Ian was just like, I know we've been talking about it for a while, but if that isn't enough to make us actually do it. And then my mum and dad were just like, oh, we're coming as well, where are you moving?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then about a year later I got a text. Do you like it where you live?
That was
Random
yeah.
question, yes.
So obviously I was Emmy's teacher, and
Yeah.
then we kind of were connected to like, Leon, one of our other friends, and then
Ella,
the kids,
yeah.
and everything else. And then it was like when so what happened with me is, and James is
We're going to have to
we're
going to try to have to buy one of those, really.
That's the way it's a little
It
pulse.
does a really good banana milkshake though as well, and that's all I've used it for. I've not used it for soups. I've literally put scoops of vanilla, banana,
Nice.
dirty milk, like ice. It makes an
Nice.
amazing banana milkshake smoothie. Yeah, so I think for us it was a case of we were in our home, we were hoping to buy it and we weren't able to. So we then I just got really annoyed one night over some wine and just went, right, that's it, we're moving. And I found a house that we obviously lived in the last couple of years. Did you come to the house? I don't think you came to the house. Oh my gosh, the
It was
views.
beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't been in to see the views, but I've been outside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it just, the views, it was just, and it, oh, Busy. Good boys, okay. So the views of this house just made us completely fall in love. We were like, right, that's it. And we went to go and see it and like poke our head around. No, it was unoccupied and it was obviously a rental. I said to James, I'm done. Let's just move. Let's just do it. He's like, what about the kids and school? And I said, no, let's move. So that's when I messaged Wendy.
Yeah.
Because ironically, which I think is the most bizarre thing, it was 7 minutes down the road, door to door.
Yeah.
And it was the best move we ever made. We came out, again, that slower pace of life. I can completely
I think that's what it is, and I think that's what Emmy notices, because Emmy needs that. Emmy doesn't do really well in a really high pressured, busy, people-y place. She just
likes people but doesn't like people.
Likes
on
people
her.
that she
Likes.
Yeah.
I do not think though, like when you look now on social media and there's a lot of like sort of self-help and be happy, and it all goes back to, wake up in the morning and take your socks off, feel the earth, go for a walk in nature, get outside, be with animals.
Get outside.
Yeah, be with animals.
Yeah.
But then if you've grown up here, that's intrinsically your way of life anyway. So the
Yes.
people around here
Feel like that anyway,
Well, I've grown up with them, so I don't know any different, but that's
natural.
Their pace of life is very different because they're kind of doing all their things that the city folk are being told to do to make them happy, but they're doing them anyway. So intrinsically, they are a little bit more relaxed and but I think the way of life is a little bit different because you're not trying to do that.
But
But
are they happier?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
The kids.
Round here,
Kids are different.
Kids are different.
I think
They're
they
different.
Are, yeah.
There's not as much.
Negativity?
Yeah, I don't really actually know what the word is. They're just different. We noticed that straight away. Like we'd sort of reverse peer pressured, got the kids' phones and we came here and none of the kids had a phone. Like every day you had nobody to text or anything because none of their new friends had a phone. Like it's backward a little bit, but in the best way. Do you know what I mean?
It's like going back in time, but actually at the time when it was right.
Yeah.
For a healthy mental development.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Having said all of this, it was right for us, it was right for you, it's right for you. But there's people that I know that would hate it.
Yeah.
Like there's people, like I've got a friend, I've got particularly a friend in mind who loves to be able to just walk to supermarket and get a shop and walk it and go actually wouldn't like to be out in the middle of
God, yes,
like so and in the winter down our like Ian always says, like when the nights start drawing in and he's driving home in the dark, he's like, he always says that's bloody bleak down here in the winter, innit? And it's a long winter, isn't it?
Like into work tomorrow.
And you think about how long
it can
we're
be
in
night. It can be from nowhere.
Yeah, and so it's obviously it's not always, it's obviously got its down.
Should we try another one? Please. Drink that one. I've got one more. We can go. What else have I
I've got to cook tonight. Mum's bought a dirty, filthy cheese board from Marks and Spencer's.
Yes.
She's just bringing that round to her. It's a French cheese board and it's full of and you know me and cheese, I have a really, really close relationship with cheese. But there's cheeses in it that I've never even heard of. I'm really excited about. I know it's really pathetic, but I'm really excited about it.
I love it. Well, you just sniffed my cheese.
I have, and it's lovely. What are we on now? That's very pink. Before you open it.
Yeah, okay, so this is the thing that I tend to go by, the colour chart. When you go, it's too pink, I go, that's going to be really very, that's not my game, I'm stone fruit.
It's going to be in that sink. Dry. It's going to be in that sink again.
Is it going to be the same? Sure, this is going to be like a whole thing.
That one's 12%. That other one was like really weak.
Oh yeah, well, either way. Right now, I think I'm happy enough that it wouldn't really matter anyway. Right, ready? This is a cork. So again, another rule is bottom quite shallow. And then I was always told if it's still got a cork, it's meant to be better.
Nice.
It is a sparkler.
Lovely, okay.
Probably that's why it's got a cork. Again, Not professional. Professional drinker.
We drink it, we just don't know all the facts.
Yeah. So I met a lady read through, so it was so funny. I was like, sorry, do you know where, just randomly, because obviously there's not that many staff. I employ staff, I understand how expensive they are. This is not to dig at Waitrose, it's just the fact that there was no staff. So I needed an English wine. I wanted to go for an English wine, why not? Because it's kind of up and coming, I think it's really interesting, especially around here. Anyway. Might be quite very. So, I couldn't find, they had very little at this particular shop. So I went for this one. Mirabeau Sparkling French Rosé. It's got rosé in it. A delicate sparkling rosé with a fine stream of bubbles and aromas of citrus and a hint of exotic passion fruit and ripe white peach. I'm really struggling to say that.
Don't ask when.
Right. So as soon as it said
Can't move my
peach, I thought, oh, okay, that's me. Stone fruits.
Yeah, nice.
So, would you like
I'm
some
going to be
water?
honest, I like a little bit of sparkle though.
Yeah, it just makes me fart.
Oh.
I don't need a huge amount of help with that.
It
When you
just
say that thing.
well, the garlic, the burps, we're not really going for a whole, I mean, come on, we're all married. It's
Oh, see. Oh gosh, I like that.
Is that decent?
I like that.
That's very Prosecco.
It is decent, you need to get some.
Because with
La Folie. I'm putting, right. So when you did any languages at school, were you told to put on the accent?
Yeah, but too
Gosh, that's quite tart, isn't it?
Yeah, it is
It's
beautiful,
quite tart.
isn't it? Yeah, I like that.
Let's give it a go.
It's nice.
It's fresh after what we've had. Something different, isn't it? I like
Very
that.
different to what we've just had.
That's
Very
beautiful, isn't
goozy.
it? Yeah.
Say your word.
Just that. Bit
Bits
Bit
out, not
tart.
that. Oh my god, have you used those apples from Chris yet? They're
No.
really, they're
So who's Chris? Because you've got to explain.
Oh, right, so on the lane we live on,
Yeah.
there is a farm. Well,
There's a few, two.
Yeah. Two
Two brothers.
Two brothers.
Yeah.
Sort of
Land
separated.
owned by two farmers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we,
Kind of separated
this
the
week,
farm.
when I say we,
Oh, they separated the farm.
Yeah, so
Oh.
he's got half and they've got
Yeah.
half. They get on, it's not through
Oh,
a
no,
Barney,
it's fine.
it must be inheritance tax,
Yeah.
Okay.
wasn't it?
Well,
Well,
might
not
change.
anymore.
Yeah.
When they did
No,
it,
it might bloody change
Well,
again for.
when they did it, it was
Grapevine.
for that, but...
Thanks,
Yeah,
Lisa.
we've, yeah, nice one. So we have this week, and I say we, Ian has pulled up a whole driveway of tarmac
Oh my god, this is
by
so funny.
hand, which I know you find absolutely hilarious, but anyone who knows Ian would know that it's a very Ian thing to do. I won't be beaten.
It's the summer
I don't
holidays
need
and use a pickaxe to
I
pick
don't
up the
need
concrete
a
on the
hammer.
drive.
I can do it with a hammer and chisel. I've
the kids-
started, so I'll finish.
Got all the kids doing it for £10.
Oh my god, that was so funny. So last night when you came out, when we had a bit of a gathering with the families, and the teenagers have been helping Ian remove his driveway, which is a tarmac driveway, using good
By
old
hand.
tools, which was hilarious when Fleur turned round, one of the teens, and said, "Oh, you've still not paid me yet for that." Hilarious. I was howling inside to the headmaster of however many children.
You've not paid me yet
A
for
6
that.
foot odd, very,
So funny.
very
So
stern
funny.
gent. I thought that was brilliant.
Okay, so she was
Yeah.
never getting paid, she did it for 20 minutes.
For 20 minutes!
It was a joke, she was
It
pulling
was,
his
yeah.
leg, and then I think she backtracked a bit thinking, I wouldn't mean that.
Yeah,
She backtracked to the head teacher when he started going, hold on.
Hang on a minute, 20 minutes. So, one of the farmers, Chris.
Yes,
well,
sorry.
Such a lovely chap. Drove past in his tractor, as he does multiple times, so the man doesn't stop. I said to you, didn't I?
Is this the guy that messaged you at stupid o'clock in the morning?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he literally is.
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah.
works like he must work about 15 hours a
He
day.
works about 15 hours a day, but if he cuts his chat down, he can probably work about 10 hours a day to be fair. 'cause
He's
it's
like loneliness.
He likes to chat.
Oh,
That's
he
good.
is
That's
nice.
farmers. That's farmers. They need a chat. Absolutely. Yeah.
So he drove
That's
past.
Amazon's like to have a land.
Yeah, exactly. So he drove past as Ian was, ripping tarmac off.
I love that. That's the word, the descriptive word you've used. My husband was manually with his hands ripping up the top.
Mate, what are you doing with all that? And he said, I've got a skip coming tomorrow. And he was like, I want it all for the farm.
Yeah.
So basically, Ian had a couple of conversations with him, and they figured it out how they were going to get all of this rubble to the farm. And then we came home. We'd had a lovely little day out the other day. We got home to the biggest bag of apples on the doorstep. So I'm merrily splitting them into 3 bags.
Merrily or just merrily?
No, just merrily.
Oh yeah.
Give some to Rach, give some to Sim, and we'll share them. And then Ian got a text from him saying, when did you get her apples? I dropped some off for Rach and Sim as well. So I'm like, oh my god, I've got a track. So I made an apple crumble and it was lovely, but the apples were very, very tart. I think it's to do with the fact that they're the first of the year.
So here, obviously at ours, we're still in renovations. We've got the garden to do, which again is a blue job, and my husband very much loves it, and it is beautiful, and he is amazing. That is his happy place, and actually, anything can kind of go back to this. I find happiness in him being in his happy place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Lovely.
So he wants to do an orchard. So tell me, apple trees. What do you know? Because I literally know. I have a child in town.
Yeah, that is definitely something you have to research, because you need a male and female, so because they need to cross-pollinate, otherwise you don't
So
get
our
apples.
apple tree in our back garden, there's 2 trees that are like.
So there's just sex in my garden as well.
Yeah.
Not in my
I was just showing more sex going on in the garden.
Sex in your
He's
orchard.
already moaning at me. You joking? I'm now going to have sex in the garden.
So if you look at our apple tree in our back garden, it's 2 they're almost
been
twisted round each other.
Has yours been grafted though, so it's 2 apple trees in one?
Yeah, so
Isn't it
it gives
grafted?
2 different fruits.
So that's
So
like
they've worked them as like young trees to kind of
I don't know, it was already there.
So they have a trunk of one, and then they literally graft another onto it. So then you've got a male and female that pollinate.
Yeah.
So you've got
But
one
we
tree,
get
but
2
it's actually
different
2
fruits.
trees. So 2 different fruits, but it's
We get red apples and green, I
they
think the
cross-pollinate.
readier ones are the eating apples.
So you can go for like a whole mixed race situation.
Yeah,
Don't
you get 2.
Oh my god, this is like crafting the wine.
modified trees.
Ask Ian will
Oh my god.
walk you through it. And also, you've got the space here, and Ian will come and help you. You've got so much room in to start
So now the soup maker's mixing them.
Why does it? What I need to know is why does it do it first? Why not?
I think it's heating it up so that when it finishes mixing, you can literally eat that now.
Yeah, so I've added obviously the stock in there, and I've just added in as well some cream, which
So would it cook it
smells
for you
lovely.
then?
yes, it can
it's
cook it.
If you put raw things in it, would
Yes,
it cook it?
Yes, I think you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can do. Me being me, I wanted to roast it. I do like a roasted veg.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's gonna.
It just adds more flavour.
It just really, it does help. So it'd be nice to see it when it's done and see if it's any good. You know, we were saying about lonely people and people just like my mum. My mum was a prime candidate for that. She sits on TikTok going through, and I was like, do you know what? I've got this amazing place, but everything that I have is because of the people around me and the people that deliver what I have in my very, very busy head. And people matter. People make the world go round, and although you may be in a very busy space, actually the connection of people isn't there. And I do think, you know, we're talking about the global society, but then we're also talking about post-COVID, and what we noticed is having the children's nurseries is during COVID we chose to stay open. I mean, we were very, very small, but we made that decision early on because we wanted to make sure that our parents who are serving, whether it be nurses, doctors, police, you know, in the forces of any sort, you know, frontline services, that they knew that their children were in a safe place. And yeah, we did go down to like about 6 children, but luckily we were able to coast, thank you to the support that was out there. But what we found is that we had parents who were very accomplished parents, professional parents, who didn't have family locally.
Yeah, exactly.
And they had their first child, and it was lockdown.
Oh my God.
And there were no services. There was no tumble tops. There was
No.
there were no.
No, but having worked in a primary school when I did before I came to work with you, we were seeing those children coming through that had absolutely no social, social skill. Well, that's unfair. Not absolutely no social, but limited social skills. Like being so stuck to their mums because they didn't know anything else, and it was really sad. Like there's a generation there, isn't there, of kids
But
that
the damage that was ignored was
the damage is huge.
So we were seeing parents, so we did our first, after lockdown, obviously, for legal reasons, our first Mother's Day stay and play. It was outside because we were still in restrictions and there was still, when everything opened back up, that was when we were hit hard with kind of, with COVID being very apparent and staff being off.
Of course.
Yeah, because everyone started mingling again. That's what happened with most businesses. So then what happened was we were seeing parents at this Mother's Day stay and play break down.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, we've had nothing. Like, I didn't know what to do with my child. Everything's over FaceTime and tablets, which then is a secondary issue because now we've got children who learn and they're obsessed with the tablet.
That's their only connection. Our kids were the same. The only way they had any connection with their friends was through their tablet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, school.
Yeah.
So we found that with our parents in particular, it was a massive.
And then they've not had the connections with other mothers though. Like I was saying, my friends came from those groups and they're still my friends now. Our kids have grown up together and they've not had that either. The mum's not had the other mothers, the kids have not had the other kids.
And it's those basics, so like you were saying, that was your lifeline because obviously where we live
I was
is
working so much. If I would not have that, I would have been, I would have really struggled.
They had no other option.
So
We were
sad.
holding social services
I
meetings
bet you were.
because they wouldn't come out obviously unless it's an emergency. So we were holding them in person because we knew that parent needed physical contact. They needed contact with somebody because they couldn't have it with anybody else. And this is where, we kind of go back to that whole thing of the position we're at, in society, the fact that we have been through a global pandemic, that how has that impacted all of us and maybe even driven us to where we are now, especially us, especially me.
Yeah, absolutely. COVID gave me a nice time.
It's fine. It's really hard. It's really hard to go.
It gave us the breathing space we needed to really have those conversations about what we do next in terms of moving house, in terms of school, the right school for the girls. It gave us that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm making it sound like Ian that he wasn't. He was. What he went through with COVID. It's horrific.
Yeah. Oh. Well, he was actually the school kitchen was delivering meals, right?
So where Ian worked previous to where he works now, it's a notoriously
Low socioeconomic area.
deprived area. Families really didn't have an awful lot, and the children that were getting free school meals, like a lot of them really needed those free. Like they really genuinely, not that everybody who's entitled to a free school meal needs it. I'm not saying something, but there was some kids there that really needed it. And we were having. I went into school and helped sometimes and was just answering the phone and things like that. And there was families ringing just saying, we just don't know what to do because we haven't got anything to eat. And they literally emptied the kitchen of whatever they had, like catering sized tins of beans, or whatever there was. And we had some families that just struggled so much that, I was going to Asda and just buying a week's shop and I was absolutely happy to, absolutely happy to do it. But they managed to, so before COVID, Ian set up this thing with this charity that gives everyone a breakfast. It's got a name, I can't think what it is. I think it's to do with Kellogg's, and
Yeah.
they all got like a bowl of cereal and a bagel or something like that every morning, so that carried on through COVID. So Ian would stand at the school gates just like handing out bags of bagels and bags of cereal and stuff to people because they needed it.
That's it. And it took a while for any kind of help to come through.
Well,
and if you're...
it took so long for any kind of help to come through. It was only for the fact that they had food in the kitchen, they had this charity Kellogg's thing going on that carried on, that seemed to carry on, and he was able to give that out.
Families living week to week, budgeting week to week.
And then we had families at that school that parents died of COVID.
Yeah.
So there was single mums all of a sudden because dad had
But you
died
still had
or-
the usual cancer, you still had the usual
you had the normal
dynamic
stuff going on as well.
Yeah.
So it was a really, so I'm making it sound like we had all this free time, which we really didn't. We got to a point after all of the initial, confusion of what everyone was supposed to be doing. We had a time where the senior leadership team at the school were able to sort of between them figure it out so that not everybody had to go in every single day. So Ian might have had a day or two at home, every now and then, which is really unusual. So I'm making it sound like he didn't have all of this, but we had more time than we would normally have had.
I think people realise that, your family's important, your loved ones are important, and let's get off the rat race, let's relax, let's do this, let's work from home. But it's gradually creeping back, isn't it? It's gradually creeping back. We almost need another.
But how lovely is it that that it's opened that up to people, because working from home wasn't really a massive thing, was it? Whereas now, like I know a girl whose company over lockdown literally just like sold off all their offices and stuff, and just now they all work from home all the time, and the company made a ridiculously huge
But then
saving.
coming from an employer perspective, it has created other issues where people have realised actually, they miss that interaction, they miss
That would be it. It wouldn't suit me to work. Don't get me wrong, it's great if I need to do a bit from home.
Yeah.
To cleanse. It's great when I can say to you, right, I'm not coming in the office today, but I am just going to do a couple of hours from home. Don't get me wrong, it's brilliant. But it wouldn't suit me. I like the whole point. Because it's the biggest point of me working in the first place is because I don't want to be on my own all the time. It's and also because I have to fund the holidays that I keep booking. Because he's going to cut me off if I do any more.
It's got a twitchy finger. Oh no, booked another.
Right, do you want a story? So oh my god, when I was pregnant, I was booking a holiday for James and I flights. I only went and booked the wrong airport. I think twice. Honestly, I kid you not, you've gone to bed. I booked the wrong airport twice.
What, for the same
To go?
holiday?
Yeah.
And did you realise?
Well, no, until the next day, and I showed
Oh,
you.
I thought
So
you
the
were saying
first time I
turn up.
realised, and then I was like, oh no, I've done it wrong, so I cancelled that and emailed to cancel and then rebooked it again. And then I honestly, I don't know if it's baby brain or just sheer stupidity.
You're outbound or you're in, you're
Everything
you just did it all wrong.
I basically massively, and honestly, it was so, just so me. So now it's a running joke. James like, you are not booking any holidays. You're joking.
But it's like, as if you'd want to do that. No, that's fine.
Well, right, that's nothing. Never forget anything, did he? Never.
No, they don't. That's
And
very,
it's like,
very
come on,
true.
I've grown up. It's like 5 years ago.
But teenage kids are like that as well, though. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You do something once and I mean, Flo was trying to bring it up last night, wasn't she? I did something in person on a holiday about 5 years ago, and she was trying to bring it up last night and talk about it and tell everyone what I'd done. I'm like, it's fine.
How'd you done? What have you done?
Oh, you know what? There's just this really.
Right, this is me again trying to do shit. This is turmeric.
Turmeric,
I want to try and put some turmeric in this.
If you scrape from the inside, it'll all be grated, but you just might need to scrape it out.
Oh my god, this is like schoolboy.
There we go.
There we go. Cooking 101.
Anti-inflammatory, love it. That'll help the knees.
Well, to be fair, it doesn't taste great, so.
Is it not? Turmeric?
No, not turmeric, the bloody soup.
Oh,
It's
I bet
alright.
it's
A
gorgeous.
bit of salt in it, it'll be
I
nice.
love how positive you are, Wendy. It's alright.
Oh, it'll be lovely.
It's not
I
going to
mean,
be
it's
nasty.
something that I'm just like winding now, so I'm not really
You're
into
over it, that's the problem. You're over it.
It's not going in the sink if it's not good.
It's not good in the sink, it's not good. I can't, but that's so funny that you're that mortified about the fact that I put the wine in.
No, that's old school. Waste not, want not that.
Oh, I'm the same.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely devastated if there's any food. I will make something out of it and freeze it. I cannot waste anything. I'm really, really bad like that. I think that's me now. My nan wouldn't waste anything.
Oh yeah.
When my nan died, I'm really
You're laughing as you say
I
that.
know, and it's because it's so hurt. It's so funny. When she died, and we had to like, go through her flat, and she had like a little retirement flat, you know, in like a retirement village. And we went through her like had to empty her fridge and freezer. In her freezer, there was like, you know, she'd have like some chips from the chipping, and there'd be like a little finger chip, and she would reheat them and eat them again, and there'd be like 2 roast potatoes or something like that, and everything was perfectly labelled in freezer bags. And there was all this stuff, and like there was like she'd make potato cakes. I used to make these potato cakes, and we all fought over it. It was like, oh my god, there's potato cakes in my nan's freezer, they're mine.
Love a good
Yeah,
potato
and there was
cake.
all this stuff, and she wouldn't waste anything.
Yeah, so it just
And
that
I
stage
think
of
that's, I think that is
Yeah.
totally rubbed
Yeah.
off on me because I'm like, no, it's still good. I will make something out of it.
Yeah, but then wine. I mean, come on. If it's not good, you can't force yourself to try.
I don't know, have you? If you put it at the end of the night when you've had enough good stuff, by the end of the night you don't want to drink it.
Yeah, no, then it
doesn't matter.
Yeah, but then I go into a stage of just throwing up. Oh, yeah.
James could have had bad wine at the end of the night last night. You wouldn't know.
He's got a stomach of bloody steel and stuff, whatever. Did you see how pissed he was early on?
It's so funny.
But yeah, he can function, and that's what he was saying. Like, you're like, how does he do it? Like, how does he still host? And I'm like, yeah, old school. Right, you ready? So,
It looks gorgeous, Harry. You've done a really good job.
thanks. Thanks for making me feel better, Wendy. That is you all over.
Very excited.
It's okay. Not great.
That's great.
It's
I
okay.
think that's delicious.
Are you delicious? You
Yeah.
joking?
No, it's really
It's
nice.
delicious.
That's nice.
Just some butter in it.
That's nice.
I love a bit of butter. Just some butter. Just some dirty butter.
Don't worry, yeah. Thanks, good.
Just something out of that. I'm gonna get white girl wasted. I've just let my fingers go to each other. Sorry.
White girl wasted on water.
It's a steak knife, but that's all I've got left because everything else is in there.
Oh my god.
Look at the turmeric page, like stains.
It does.
I used to give that to the horse because it's anti-inflammatory. Turmeric, olive oil, and pepper. Really anti-inflammatory.
Well, you've got everything in this.
Oh,
Just some
Really
butter.
good.
No, honestly, it's
Just some butter,
amazing.
babe.
Yeah, alright. That's actually really, really, really good.
Well, I thought
the one thing we have to keep as a staple is eating while we drink.
Yeah.
Well, eating's cheating, isn't it? But you know what?
Mm.
Not in the day. Not in the day.
So, can I just tell you, when Ian dropped us off here, he was going straight to Kingsley Feeds for chicken food. So, our chickens, we're getting our chickens next. So, we're getting 10 more.
So, next Hollows, what's happening is Wendy and Ian, they already have some chickens, but they're actually now adopting more chickens. The barn chickens, not pasture chickens, they're not available at the moment in the area that you live. Barn chickens.
So, they've never been outside.
Never been outside.
No. So, they don't know what outside is. And they're going to be scared, and they're going to be, like, they're going to need a lot of help and nurture and what have you. So, Ian's gone to buy, you know, the mash stuff that they eat when they're babies.
Smash.
Yeah.
Because they've never been fed proper food. So we've got
Why? What did they get fed?
this mash stuff.
Why don't they get fed proper food?
I don't know, I think they just feed them this mash stuff from being babies, and then once they're 18 months old they get rid of them because they don't lay as well. So they've been.
What's the reason they're for feeding them non-normal food?
Don't know. The lady
Just get more down.
maybe it's just
more
easier for them to eat.
nutrients
When they're in a barn, they're very often like on top of one another a bit. They don't have room to move and things. So although they're not battery chickens, they're not a million miles away, you know. So I imagine they just sprinkle it everywhere so that they can eat it. So they're not used to proper pellets. So he's going to buy this baby food, basically chicken baby food.
Oh my God, it's like having a 1 year, 2 year old, isn't it? Who's not been weaned.
Yeah, so next weekend, going to get them. And I think they're in quite bad nick. The lady said like they're going to need a lot of love, but they'll be really scared.
So what day are you going?
She got them right now then? Does she have them
I
before
think she's got them, yeah.
Oh.
She's got
So
them.
is she the rescuer?
She's
not
like
the-
a charity thing. It's the one that you sent. There was just, what's it called? So I can't really think what the charity's called, but yeah. So
WeDoTheShip.com.
yeah, so she's got them, and they're all barn ones, but they don't all know one another. So then they're gonna need a bit of everything, and I don't know how our.
So chickens actually have like memory of other chickens.
Well, that's how they establish the pecking order.
Right, fill me in.
It's
So
quite
you know,
brutal.
it's
quite
really brutal. So chickens have a pecking order, and it is literally they peck one another into submission. I can't explain it any other way.
So like my husband.
Yeah. So when we had three,
Pecking order.
yeah,
Yeah.
so when we had three of them, they were all together from being. We literally had them from, were they a week old when we got them? They were just these little balls of fluff, and it became apparent really quickly which one was going to be in charge, and then actually the one that was in charge is the one that died.
No,
But at the same time, allow them to. They've got to establish the pecking order, otherwise they won't make it. So they're going to have to. It's just going to be brutal.
But they've come from a big barn, because they are huge barns.
It
aren't
must
they?
be,
There must
yeah.
be like multiple pecking orders. So
There must be. And I don't even know how they go about establishing that in those barns where they can't even move. So I don't really know
I can't
how it's going to work.
The strongest. And,
No, I don't really know how it's going to work.
I think yours, healthy, outdoors, are probably going to be the strongest and the fittest, aren't they, hopefully?
So why chickens?
Why? So, when he worked at, he was the head teacher there, but it was a weird school that had like a high school and a primary school and a
Yeah,
nursery.
everything, GP, everything, yeah.
So the nursery kids had this chap come that he brings eggs in an incubator and the kids watch them hatch and what have you.
We've done it, yeah, and they go to battery.
And then they go off to wherever they go. And I think that, so Ian came home one day and said, can I bring a chicken home?
Yeah, we didn't send them off, we sent them to a local farm.
And I was like, not really, love, no. And he was like, well, I don't, like, they say they go off to this farm, but don't really, you know, we'll never really, and such teacher is taking a couple and whatever. Anyway, I eventually agreed to 2, and he came home with 3. And I said, my only
Three's
thing
better
was,
number anyway.
yeah, well, we realised that after. So, just because you can't really establish a pecking order when there's only 2 of them, it's too big. There needs to be more of the, like 3's not ideal, really. It needs to be more, really, doesn't
It's supposed
it?
to be a flock, aren't
Yeah. So he came home with these 3. They weren't really cute. But the one thing I said to him was, you can't bring a boy home because that's not fair on the neighbours.
Yeah, imagine.
They've got to be girls.
I've done that.
Not only my Roger, you also
Yeah.
on the rooster.
They've got to be girls. So we brought, and they laid, and they were brilliant, and we were getting 3 eggs a day, and it was great, and then one of them got poorly and died, and then the other 2 just don't bother anymore. Only 3, they should lay way beyond that, shouldn't they? They just don't bother anymore.
A bit like us.
Lazy. Selfish and lazy.
Because if they get rid of them at 18 months because they pass the point of play, then 3 years is double that. So maybe that.
If you read into it, the ones that we have that are like your common gardens, red things, they can lay for like 6 years. So it's there.
Really,
I don't know if the barn ones stop laying because they're just stressed out, aren't they?
Yeah.
And even just a minor inconvenience for chickens stops them laying, doesn't it?
So,
Bad hair,
so I'm going
Not
to
later
bring
today.
our initial conversation up.
You know the whole spread your legs, lie there and get on? Is that not the same thing?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's like chickens. They give up laying because they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I've had enough. Yeah.
I'm done now. Like, that's
Yeah,
too much.
yeah, absolutely.
So is that not the same thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
possibly.
Yeah, I'm old now. I don't really want any more, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm alright for that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like I say, just like a minor
I'm living a
inconvenience.
nice life. I'll just enjoy it.
Oh, they're so pampered.
Very much.
Oh, and Steve next door buys him corn on the carb, so he goes mad because he spends a fortune on corn on the carb and chucks it out.
Does it change the taste then?
At the eggs? Yeah, corn-fed chicken eggs are unreal, aren't they? And they only have corn artificial.
But you know when you buy an egg from a certain supermarket and you think, oh, these are really good eggs because they're really yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, they're really beautiful. Just because they put paprika in the food.
Yeah.
I just so many people who said to my friend had a chicken and a turkey farm, and I was like, oh yeah, just like no, just put paprika
No.
in the food.
Ours are lovely and yellow and orangey yellow
Well,
because they have
Yeah,
But
she got a good life as
paprika
well,
in my
hasn't
food, but I get darker, like a better tan when I put the
No,
tan.
but it's worth a try, isn't
Okay.
it? In war-torn times, he put gravy browning on the skin, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
Like tight
Yeah.
to fake tan.
Yeah, and then
It
draw
is
a line.
bizarre how that's the case, that's what, even in the 40s, 50s, that there was some sort of tanning thing going on then.
Isn't it just?
Isn't it weird?
Yes, well, that's good. I never thought about that.
Yeah, and the American tan tights. Do you remember them?
Oh, the orange.
See, that's
We used to wear them at school.
That's easier though, isn't it, than fake tan? Oh. I was saying on the way here, I'm so lazy. I want to be thin, fit, wrinkle-free, nice hair,
Yeah.
and tanned. But don't really want
Without
to
any
bother
effort.
with any effort whatsoever. You know, if you could just take a pill and sort all that out.
That'd be great.
Oh,
So
that'd
someone
be
could just
great.
come up with that quite
I need to sort that, don't they?
Well,
Gorgeous.
the pistachio cakes would have been a good one, but I have got other cake.
Well,
Here's what the Holly's made
Just
earlier.
as no one's looking at my piece of cake because
Don't be one nearly more cake. You know what happened last
So
night.
it's a bit.
How much cake do you have?
This is from last night. What did you eat?
Oh, okay. I'm just thinking you're just a cereal cake buyer.
Yeah, buyer, definitely not made that.
No.
Not like Wen's, where you go around and it's a genuinely made cake. Last night's leftovers, and then I also have the fairy cakes that went with the over.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but they're not brilliant then, they were just like basic.
Oh, the
Fairy
cute!
Basic cakes are great.
But again, it's that sort of thing, isn't it, where the kids bloody love a fairy cake.
Yeah, well, Emmy and Daisy decorated them.
Oh.
Well, no, hold on. Today's is
That looks
dismay.
like that school cake, you know, like the tray. Oh, I'm really intrigued now, obviously.
So it just tastes kind of like a bit pineapple in.
Mm.
They're not brilliant, they're just weird, aren't they? That was gorgeous, thank you very much. Really, really nice.
Well, that helps soak up the wine anyway.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
good.
a bit like a kebab on a night out.
I don't like kebabs.
Do you not like a chicken kebab?
No.
Like a chicken
China,
kebab?
China.
Marinated
No.
chicken? Like with garlic
No,
and-
pizza or a...
Oh, look, I've got a kind
Oh.
not like a dirty minced up one, but you know, like
No.
Oh, mine was I just find someone who's just bought something and go to them and go, can I have one of your chicken popcorns, China? Not just popcorn, so
chicken poppadom.
chicken, what they called, like they were like chicken balls basically.
No.
Chicken
Yeah.
pakora basically, like
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Just basically chicken chunks deep fried in batter.
No, never
Oh.
heard of them.
Yeah.
When you are
Like,
I think this is a really good kind of staple. I think this is like £10 a
Easy.
bottle,
Easy
£9,
drink.
£10 a bottle, which is kind of like
What's the price point on that one?
21 to 20.
So you've got to weigh up on a Friday night, haven't
Yeah.
you? Whether you want 2 bottles or whether you want 1. I'm
Probably 2.
thinking I'd go for the 2, and that would be more of a special occasion.
That's kind of
yeah.
yeah. That is a nicer wine, but
It's a nicer bottle.
when it comes to the fact that you're probably going to get 3 glasses out there and just share it,
Yeah.
because you wouldn't want to share that.
Maybe that could be your first bottle of the night, and then if you get 2 of those, you could then go on.
You never go.
You're
for
supposed
better
to,
still.
you're supposed to drink,
And,
you leave your
So
nicest
it's
one
like you
till
don't get a
that.
divorce. If you leave your first boyfriend or you get a divorce, you're not going to then downgrade.
What I'm
always
thinking is,
upgrade.
by the time I've drunk that, like, you know, I'll be well on my way, so I won't even notice.
But we
That's
would.
why I'm such a cheap date.
I threw away. So we definitely agree.
That's a no. That's a no. Yeah. It's not for me.
It wouldn't, yeah, it's not down the sink.
How much a bottle is
It's
that?
shocking. Don't buy.
What, how much a bottle is it?
Buy that. I'll tell you now. Actually, should get the receipt. If you've got the same, because again, can you buy a decent bottle of wine for under £10
No.
£9 now? Really? Should we have a look at the waitress?
It depends what Aldi you've got on the special actually.
See, that's where I do need to go next.
Because I bought an £11
Aldi.
bottle of wine in Aldi the other day for £4.99.
I'll discuss.
It was on their wine of the week.
So that was £8.
Right, okay. Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
It tasted like £8.
This was £20.60.
But then it would be 18 if it was from the big one, or
The bijou. I've got another one as well. That's definitely about £9. I got that from Kerry. Then there is. Look at me. Oh, you're sat me on tip last night.
again.
I know, I did that.
What? What's the
It must be that one. It must be that how it's described, or that one how it's described. But that's definitely about £10. 20.
No, you might as well have that.
You might as well go full. Agreed. So I'm
However,
sorry.
if you're not a winey person and you like the fruity crap, then that's perfect.
Yeah, but then you go for like, you know, there's a crap that you used to drink in the pub. It's really super sweet. That's dead easy to drink.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a good staple, like day in, day out. That's your special occasion when it's just both of you having a chess night in.
Well,
Or you
I'm
prosecco
not
night.
playing chess. Yes, not me.
And then, oh, that's the sparklings. That was again. That was about £10.
Yeah, I like sparkling. I do like sparkling.
It's very goozy though.
Yeah,
It is quite tart.
I like a bit of a
But
gooseberry.
then that makes me think it should be British. I think if it was British, I'd probably be more forgiving.
Right, but it shouldn't be so tart if it's not British.
Yeah, because British wine is just that little bit younger,
Yeah,
which
it is.
obviously equates with tartness. So I'd probably be more forgiving if it was. I don't know. So I think we've got out of order. That's not even in the right.
That's
I poured that.
No,
in the
it's
sink.
it's got a time. It's got a time and a place. That one. That's great for people who don't really like wine.
But why would you be drinking
Do you know
it then?
people-
Dave?
do you know
That's
people
just
that
going to
order-
reinforce the reason
Yeah.
they don't like
Do
wine.
you know the people that order the fruity cider at the pub?
Yes, Cockburn.
Teenagers.
That.
Yeah, right. So this is another thing. When you start drinking, like the
It's
Blue
all
Wickets, the
Cockburns.
Cockburns,
Yeah.
the sugar, but then you get into kind of more sophisticated, older palate, and this is.
Yeah.
However, on the plus, the wine was a real success.
Wine was a real success.
Wine's too
So
much
we-
success.
Oh, yeah, but that's why I also do it, because I think that you have to let your inhibitions go, because again, that British upper lip, stiff upper lip, we kind of keep it all in. And I find that whenever anybody comes over, if you have a few wines, you do let it all out, and you do, obviously if you don't go overboard, you do feel better for it. So hopefully, we've kind of just had a good chin wag anyway. We've not resolved anything, because there's no issues to resolve today.
We could have found some.
We could have found some.
Could have gone deeper.
Not in this friendship group. No issues.
But it's, hopefully someone's found a bit of comfort from it somewhere, right?
I hope so.
Cheers!
Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Here's to friends,
Cheers.
wine,
Thank you.
and something to soak it up with.
Woohoo!
Mm.